Time to check in with Eddie again, because it was only 2 days ago that Ruidoso marked the 1 year since the South Fork and Salt fires erupted. Yep. It wasn't just the fires, it was the subsequent flooding afterwards that caused some damage, and now there's concern tonight about what's happening there.
And if you remember, last year, it started with a fire and almost immediately started with that flooding. Unfortunately, we are looking at a risky situation happening live in Ruidoso. This is the live feed coming in from Midtown Ruidoso, where about an inch of rain has fallen. That criteria is about double the minimum needed to prompt a flash flood warning. Well, needless to say, there already is a flash flood warning in effect for the entire area, and that does include places like Alpine Cedars Village, Ponderosa Heights, of course, Ruidoso and Ruidoso Downs, and any downslope areas. That flash flood warning is in effect until 7:30, but already, more than an inch of rain has fallen, specifically right over Ruidoso, just to the north of Sunny Lane, and you can see it's to the, or just basically to the west of Meacham Drive. This is where the heaviest rain is falling right now. It has been falling, and you look at the big picture, it looks like nothing's going on, but it's these small little storms that can pop up and they can cause damage in a hurry. We're going to be watching that for you, but also we have a different kind of situation going on in Silver City, where it's 97 degrees. The winds coming out of the southeast are 22 miles per hour, and that's especially critical for air quality. All that smoke from the trout fire is going to be transported to the north and towards central New Mexico over the next 12 to 24 hours. And this is where we're going to be seeing incredibly unhealthy air. And that's just one of those threats. So we certainly are sort of in the woods in both regards, for fire and for flooding. And it just bears paying attention as we head into the weekend. Tomorrow is going to be another rough day for the firefight, unfortunately, across the trout fire. We are going to have some isolated storms, but the threat here, dry thunderstorms. More likely, we're going to be seeing those dry thunderstorms causing erratic wind bursts and quick changes in wind direction, and that could be possible within the Gila. We also have some heat advisories active for the Four Corners, the Albuquerque Metro, and also down toward areas like Deming until 7 o'clock tonight, and that's because of, well, hotter than normal temperatures for this time of year. The fire threat follows us into the weekend for the Four Corners. Thunderstorms will begin to develop over the high terrain, again looking dry across the southwest, but isolated storms could lead to more flooding by tomorrow night across the southeast. Sunday is the transition day. This is when everything kind of switches. We're going to be getting monsoon moisture quickly coming in from the south and spreading across most of the state. It looks like southern New Mexico and also the northern burn scars will start to be in pretty high risk starting next week. Across the southeast for tomorrow, I'm expecting triple digits only in Roswell. It's mostly going to be high 80s. Not as much in terms of rain potential. The southwest, I think all you're going to see other than the heat and high wind is going to be that dry thunderstorm chance. Now for Roswell, you know, you're stuck in the triple digits at least until Sunday, cooling down with rain chances next week. Same for Silver City, pretty hot at least until Saturday. I think firefighters will get some meaningful help from the rain, but you have to balance that with the flood threat, which is going to be major Tuesday into Wednesday for the burn scar area. Northeast for tomorrow, going to be warm, not terribly hot. I'm expecting dry conditions and a lot of haze across the northwest for tomorrow. So I'm predicting high heat, haze into the weekend for Farmington. Not much rain chance there, but you can see for Las Vegas, it's looking a little bit better, and all across the North Mountains for tomorrow. The heat is in until that rain chance kicks in by the beginning and middle of next week for Santa Fe, eventually getting down to the 70s. East Mountains into the Albuquerque Metro, we're talking 90s into triple digits. Belen into the South Valley. Most areas will be at peak heat for tomorrow, and then we start getting a downtrend as we get into the weekend. That is contingent on rain chances, which will spike as we get toward the middle of next week, up to 80% by Tuesday.